Yes? What do you want?
We would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Do you know to whom you're speaking? I am one of the prince's favorites, not some domestic servant that you can bother at will.
We know very well who you are, miss, and it is precisely for that reason that we would like to speak with you.
Very well. I'm all ears. But please be brief.
What do you think about the prince's court?
If I thought ill of it, I would no longer be here. Everything carries on marvelously. I do not know what you hope to hear me say.
That it's a nest of vipers and assassins where one risks death at the slightest misstep every single day.
You must have left the court long ago, Lady de Vespe, because I assure you that today, your description is quite inaccurate. You have quite the imagination. Why are you asking me all of these questions? They are putting me ill at ease, I admit.
How long have you been the prince's favorite?
For 2 years. I am currently the mistress who has been with him the longest.
The one who survived the longest, you mean?
That is true. There were others before me, but alas, they are no longer of this world. Unfortunate accidents. Tragic.
I find you particularly evasive. Do you have something to hide?
Would you happen to be like your uncle? Perpetually suspicious? I am not evasive. I simply do not understand what this is all about.
Very well. We will leave you to your occupations. Good day.
This woman avoids the simplest of questions with the slippery agility of an eel. I'm ready to swear that we hold before us our traitor.
Sybil, you know that I'm on your side, but the behavior of this woman is not enough. We need hard proof.
I agree. We need to be absolutely certain.
The prince's favorites have rooms in the palace. We need to visit hers. I hope we'll find some proof there that can confirm our suspicions.
Ugh, I can't do.
This woman avoids the simplest of questions with the slippery agility of an eel. I'm ready to swear that we hold before us our traitor.
Sybil, you know that I'm on your side, but the behavior of this woman is not enough. We need hard proof.
I agree. We need to be absolutely certain.
The prince's favorites have rooms in the palace. We need to visit hers. I hope we'll find some proof there that can confirm our suspicions.
Ugh, I...
Our dear favorite has something in mind. She just hasn't yet carried out her plan.
We should verify for ourselves if this infamous secret office exists, and take a peek at what may be kept there.
Oh, I am very certain that it exists. This is not the first time I've heard talk of it, and I am in complete agreement. We should search it. Time. If we want to discover what Velusa was looking for, we must go to the throne room now.
Aren't you afraid of what will happen if your uncle learns that you are searching his secret office?
Let's just make sure that that never happens.
I don't see any furniture that could be hiding a door. I wonder where it could be.
If we're to believe Velusa's diary, we will find it by pivoting various decorations. Knowing my uncle, he would have chosen an object that couldn't be accidentally triggered by some curious person perusing the room.
Ugh, I can't do it. I can't do anything with this. There, look! It's opened.
Let's quickly search this office. I have a feeling that my uncle has a great deal to hide.
By Tempest Untamed. I'm no specialist in political matters, but I would have never thought your uncle capable of signing this sort of letter.
Yes. If this agreement were to be revealed, the only course of action would be to abdicate, and quickly. No one in the congregation would forgive him for having thought to sell out his neighbors simply to gain support against the Dorsays.
What the? How did you get in here?
We followed your instructions. They were rather precise.
And so you read my diary? I would have done better to burn it.
But do not worry. We are here on the behalf of Sir Dargenton. He has asked us to help you.
We both are looking for the same thing, the protection of the Dorsays. And with this document that we found, I can already tell you that our protection is guaranteed.
It won't be long and I'll start believing in the goodness of the enlightened. I thought myself lost, you know?
Your secret is safe with us, but you should leave the palace as quickly as possible. I doubt that our intrusion here will go unnoticed for long.
I am going to gather a few belongings. And since you've come to help me, here, take this letter. Its contents concern you. It is only fitting that you have it. Goodbye.
Sybil? Are you all right?
I'm fine. We'll talk about all of this later.
If I were the prince, I'd be sleeping with one eye open.
I would like nothing more than to post this letter on a public board, revealing to all his perfidious corruption.
Sybil, are you all right? You seem to be dazed.
Yes. Forgive my sudden silence, but the letter from my parents has upset me. I didn't expect such despicable infamy. Let's go and give this document to Sir D'Argenton. The sooner the better.
Dear friends, what a pleasure to see you again. Do you wish to discuss something?
We recovered the document promised by the favorite. We also met with her and encouraged her to leave the palace.
You have shown yourself to be incredibly efficient. My congratulations. May I see it? The prince has completely lost his mind. How could he even consider such a contract? If this were revealed, he'd be finished. As for us, we have something to keep him on a short leash until the end of his reign. Thank you, young people. The Prince d'Orsay will be informed immediately of your loyal service. You may consider his protection acquired.
Thank you, Sir D'Argenton.
You can rest easy, Sybil. The d'Orsays honor their word, and they never abandon those who have worked for them.
We'll leave you to your work.
Thank you. Come back if you need my insights.
If it's of no inconvenience to you, I would like to pay a visit to my parents. There are things I need to discuss with them.
Sybil, I'm here if you need to speak to a friend.
Thank you, Alvida.
Walk in the light. His Excellency, Father Cardinal Pius.
It was then that Madame de Cluse, you know, the one whose son is involved in... May the Enlightened forgive me. Is that you, Sybil?
Sybil, my child, you've returned.
Father? Mother? I have returned from Elima. Yes. Allow me to present my friends. I met them there, and they have shown themselves to be marvelous companions.
My child, I am so happy to see you. We had heard that you had left your post at the embassy, but couldn't believe it. What happened? You seem troubled and you've lost weight.
Let her take a breath now. Come on, my little darling, tell us what happened.
Not long after my arrival in Elima, I was the victim of several assassination attempts. There was no doubt that hired assassins were on my trail. And then one of my friends contacted me. She needed help. So I decided to help and left Elima with her, hoping to lose the assassins on my journey. Alas, despite our meandering adventures and the arduous voyages we embarked upon, we were still frequently under attack. That led me to seek the protection of a prince. And while we were carrying out a mission to obtain it, I was given this letter.
What is in it?
It's a letter that you sent to my uncle, begging him to send me to Elima, rather than taking me as a concubine.
I remember that letter all too well. What else could we do?
It broke our heart to send you so far away from us. But we were not going to allow your uncle to lay a filthy hand on you.
I understand that entirely, of course. But were there not other solutions than exiling me so far away? I found myself completely alone, constantly under attack by bands of hired assassins, in perpetual danger of death.
It would have certainly been safer to find a solution that didn't require sending your daughter alone to a foreign country.
Forgive me, but you are foreigners. You don't know our family. You have no idea what it means to be a de Vespe.
I had hoped that you would never read this letter, that you would never learn to what degree of deprivation your uncle had fallen. At the same time, I am relieved that you now know why we sent you so far away from us. You can certainly blame us for the danger, and you know that my heart breaks because of all you suffered. But never would I have allowed that disgusting beast who shares our blood to make of you his favorite.
May the Enlightened forgive me. I believe I would have preferred killing him, even if it meant the deaths of all of us.
I was forced to ask for official protection from the Prince d'Orsay. There is no doubt that my uncle will see this as treasonous.
Who cares what he thinks? You did the right thing. We don't have the highest opinion of the d'Orsays, but they are known to be trustworthy in business.
You need to be careful from now on. We have no clue who is after me. Being now under protection, they might come after you.
Let them come. I could show them what happens when someone dares to attack my daughter.
Your mother is right. Don't worry about us at all.
We need to be going now. My friends and I still have much to do.
Take care of yourself, Sybil. and know that we love you tenderly.
Goodbye. Let's go, my friends. We should leave before tears cloud my eyes.
Have you considered my request? Of course. Let's go. An apology shouldn't be that difficult.
Thank you. But I'm afraid the abbot won't be satisfied with just an apology. If I'm not mistaken, the camp where he works is in the High Prairie region.
See you later.
It's my pleasure.
How dare my uncle imagine, even for a moment, that I could become his concubine? That lecherous and misguided old man. Ugh. And to think that my parents wanted to protect his reputation by keeping his sick fantasies from me.
Will you have to follow the family tradition and marry a nobleman?
Actually, I have already been engaged several times. I was 6 years old the first time, and my betrothed was 12. The poor angel died of a childhood illness a few months later. The second time, I was 10. That time, they found me an old baron. He was over 60 years old, can you imagine? Fortunately for me, death snatched him sooner than he expected. Finally, before I was sent to Alima, my parents wanted to betroth me to a young man from a very good family. But my uncle opposed their wishes. At the time, I didn't understand why.
I confess that I'm glad that you're no longer engaged.
Me too. Just like any person who was brought up in a noble family, I understand the use of these political matches. But they nevertheless seem absurd to me given the life I lead. I'm not one to accept to be chained to someone to seal an alliance.
Goodbye.
See you later, darling.
proud cities of the congregation.
I have to go tell Alvida that Sir Francis wants to see us.
Why, Fausta, is that you? I never thought I'd see you again after what you did.
I know, but my brother told me you were in the area and I wanted to...
Your brother is a good man. Thanks to him, we were able to finance this mission. I imagine that's the kind of thing that would never occur to you, since you've never thought of anyone but yourself. We're here to help the unfortunate people fleeing the war, ravaging the Dutan Empire. Oh, they've lost everything.
The work you do is very admirable, Father. And I was hoping...
Always talking nonsense, aren't you? Incapable of listening to your elders?
Abbot Appius, are you the one who's in charge here? We've come to inform you that all these refugees are under arrest for theft and damage to property. This camp is to be dismantled immediately.
Excuse me? That's absurd! These people haven't done anything wrong. They're just fleeing a war. We take them in and give them anything they need to help them rebuild their lives. They have no reason to steal.
That only adds to their crime. These parasites come to our country and take advantage of your generosity. Then they have the nerve to steal.
That's not true! If you must arrest someone, arrest me. I'm in charge. I'm the thief. Just leave these poor people alone.
In that case, you're under arrest, Abbot Appius. But the camp will still have to be dismantled.
We can't just sit back and let this happen. The abbot would never steal from anyone.
Now that the abbot has confessed, why dismantle the camp?
The land was ceded to him. Since he's been arrested, he no longer holds claim to it. Therefore, the camp must be dismantled.
The land was donated to the Holy Church of the Enlightened, not to my person. Please, leave these people alone.
What proof do you have of theft?
We have had numerous complaints from local nobles who claim that provisions and tools have gone missing. We were shown a shed where the doors had been forced open, and granaries where it was clear that bags were missing.
No one here would steal from the granaries of these nobles, or take their tools.
Of course not. You yourself have admitted to the thefts, Abbot.
Who ordered this arrest?
The Prince de Vespe. More precisely, his minister, Sir Daril.
That's absolutely ridiculous. There may have been thefts, but you have no proof that these people, or the abbot for that matter, are to blame.
Oh, I have no doubt that when we search the camp, we'll find all the evidence we need.
It's not hard to find food in a refugee camp, or tools for that matter. But that doesn't prove they were stolen. You seem to be in a great hurry to arrest the abbot and break up this camp. These people will need time to find new shelter. Have a heart and give them a few days.
Absolutely not. I have orders. These people must return home. They're no longer welcome here.
You know they can't go home. What do you want them to do? Wander around aimlessly in groups with nowhere to go?
I admit that wouldn't be ideal.
We have excellent relations with the House d'Orsay, which I'm sure would disapprove of such methods.
Right. Listen, get them to start packing up their things. I'll give them a few days, but they have to leave. I'll come back in a week to see that they've left. In the meantime, I'm taking the abbot to the palace prison.
The Enlightened has put you in my path, and that of all these unfortunate souls, Fausta. Prove their innocence. Save them.
Don't worry, Abbot. We'll save them, and you too.
Pardon my interruption, but I thought I heard some noise. I live nearby. What's going on here exactly? What were those soldiers doing?
They came to arrest the abbot, and they wanted to shut down this refugee camp.
It's about time. Someone had to deal with those thieves and put them in their place. I imagine this dreadful camp will soon be nothing more than a bad memory. Good day, young people.
We must clear the abbot's name. I know he's not a thief. And as for that guard, I may be wrong, but I felt like there was something strange about her. Please, we must investigate and find the real culprits. Perhaps the abbot will forgive me if we succeed, and I need his forgiveness.
Ugh, I can't.
In his journal, the abbot says he's been holding services to lift the spirits of the refugees. I wonder where they could be taking place. He can't be holding them here in the camp. That would cause too much tension with the Carmenists.
The missionaries must know where they take place.
Something's not right with these inventory records. The reserves are increasing, but there are no deliveries to account for it.
Maybe they're hunting and fishing for food. The river that runs through here looks like it's teeming with fish.
Not only are food supplies increasing, but so are the tools. I doubt they found them in the river.
What we're made of! My armor is broken!
Finally, you think you're a match for an officer of the guard?
Hello. I'm sorry to welcome you here under the present circumstances. Is there anything I can do for you? You don't look like refugees.
My name is Fausta. I knew the abbot once and came to speak with him. I didn't expect to see this.
Would you mind answering a few questions? We'd like to understand what's going on here. Perhaps we can help you.
I'll gladly answer any questions you may have, especially if it will allow us to continue our work here.
What can you tell us about the shelter?
Our relief mission began here some time ago, to provide shelter for victims of the Dutan War. It's not easy. We've taken in far more people than we expected. We're in constant danger of running out of resources. And our neighbor, the Count of Rian, is bent on getting rid of us and our flock, which doesn't make things any easier. He's been hounding us for weeks. And now, he has finally got his way. Without the abbot, what will become of us?
We found some discrepancies in the shelter's inventory. It seems that the resources are appearing out of nowhere.
You noticed that too. I have no idea where they could be coming from. But without them, we would have been forced to turn many people away.
We read that the abbot was holding services for refugees who were interested.
That's true. He felt it was important to offer hope and spiritual comfort to these people who have suffered so much. However, he prefers to hold the services away from the shelter, so as not to make the Carmenists or those who have lost their faith feel excluded. They take place in the ruins of a church in the forest. Only those who wish to attend do so.
We'll leave you to your flock.
Thank you. I pray that the Enlightened will help you bring the abbot back to us.
Are you with the soldiers? Did they send you to tell us to clear out?
No, not at all. We just have some questions to ask you. We'd like to understand what happened.
If it can save the abbot and allow us to stay, I'll be happy to answer.
The abbot was accused of theft. In fact, he just confessed to it so the guards would leave you alone.
The abbot is a holy man. Why would he do that? We're not thieves. And I don't think anyone here could have done such a thing. We would have known.
It seems that food was stolen. It would be understandable if you took something to eat.
Everyone here has endured terrible things. We lost everything, but we still have our dignity. We didn't steal anything.
If you had to leave, where would you go? Do you have friends or family somewhere?
No. Anyone who's still alive is still fighting out there. Unless they've already gone to be with the dead. I have no idea where else we could go. Theleme is too far away and we're not equipped to reach the free cities. We could go further south in the congregation, but would we be any better off there than we are here?
Are you a Mateist? I assume you all are, since this camp is run by the Church of Theleme.
Not all of us are. I've lost the faith. I used to believe in the goodness of the Enlightened and the words of St. Matthias. But there are all kinds of people here. Matthists and Carmenists alike. All are welcome as long as they don't bring their conflicts with them.
If you had to leave, where would you go? Do you have friends or family somewhere?
No. Anyone who's still alive is still fighting out there. Unless they've already gone to be with the dead. I have no idea where else we could go. Theleme is too far away and we're not equipped to reach the free cities. We could go further south in the congregation, but would we be any better off there than we are here?
Are you a Mateist? I assume you all are, since this camp is run by the Church of Theleme.
Not all of us are. I've lost the faith. I used to believe in the goodness of the Enlightened and the words of St. Matthias. But there are all kinds of people here. Matthists and Carmenists alike. All are welcome as long as they don't bring their conflicts with them.
We'll be going now.
I hope you can save the abbot and this camp. Otherwise we'll all be lost.
Master Hetale.
I don't have the key.
Well, if it isn't those young people from earlier, what do you want?
You seemed very pleased at what happened to the shelter and the abbot.
That's right. In fact, I was the one who lodged the complaint, along with others, of course. Those alleged refugees of war are no more than thieves.
It seems you resent the refugees for more than just these thefts. What do you have against them?
What an odd question. We were once at war with their country, and now they dare come here and settle on our land. They expect us to look after them, even to feed them. That is, when they don't just help themselves to our stores. Not as if we share the same culture, believe me. There's no sophistication or elegance to these people. Why should we welcome them here? Let them go somewhere else. To Teleme, seeing as their church is so eager to help them.
What proof do you have that the people who stole from you are housed in this camp?
Well, that's for the guards to ascertain, but all the robberies took place after the camp was established here. I'm not the only one who has been robbed. Other nobles have complained as well. And I won't even mention what they're up to in the woods.
In the woods?
Yes, for a while now, they've been seen going into the woods in groups and making a terrible racket. I suspect they're plotting attacks on the caravans that pass through the area.
Please forgive me for asking, but who are you?
True. I haven't introduced myself properly. I am the Count of Rian, the lord of these lands. And you?
We are acquaintances of Abbot Appius. Pardon my intrusion, But we understood that the land had been granted to the refugees. If the land belongs to you, how can this be?
My mother granted the land to the Church of Teleme. She intended it to be used for a religious edifice or some place of learning, certainly not a camp for thieves. Fortunately, the abbot's arrest will certainly allow us to put an end to this grant.
We'll leave you now.
All right then. Have a nice day.
These ruins, most likely those of a church built when these lands belonged to the Dutan Empire. This must be where services are held.
This note is very short. It appears to have been written by a refugee who recently became a missionary. He says he needs to take responsibility for his past and go talk to the Count to try to set things right.
I doubt he'll be well received. The Count despises refugees, and becoming a missionary won't change that. We should speak to the Count again. I find it odd that he didn't even mention the missionary's visit the last time we saw him.